That's right, it's a new day, which means it's time for your daily dose of Cyberpunk 2077 news. We've got a lot to go over in this video, including some concerns about the map size of Night City. Is this world really big enough for over 100 hours of playtime? Because recently we found out that a QA tester has spent 175 hours in the game, and he hasn't even seen everything apparently, which is really impressive. Plus, some new previews which give some really good insight as to how journalists and the press community are feeling about this game. And also, it looks like, how should I say this? Part of the community is obsessed with the romantic options in the game. A recent discussion about this as well. And a rocket ship was discovered on the outskirts of Night City. What does it mean? All right, let's do this. Hey everyone, what's happening? Open World Games here. Hope you're doing good. And let's dive straight into the news. So first of all, check this out. This is really good news. So this comes from Games Radar, who says this. They say Cyberpunk 2077 is not only going to meet the hype, it's going to surpass expectations. PC Gamer says an open world immersive sim with stories and characters that rival The Witcher 3's best quests. And IGN goes on to say no video game city comes even close to Night City in scope or style. And this was posted by Whispering Rabbit, who says, safe to say this game is going to be phenomenal and a real innovative step forward in open world games, the likes of which we haven't seen since GTA 3. Let me know if you agree with this assessment, but a lot of positives are coming from these previews, which give me a lot of hope for this game. I honestly think it's going to be something special. Now, there's also a little bit of word of warning about this, that yeah, this game is going to be amazing, but I don't think it's going to be perfect. And I think that there's going to be people that try to really tear it down because of perhaps it has some bugs in it. And this was what Games Radar actually said at the end of their preview. They say Cyberpunk 2077 is clearly a huge undertaking. The density of the game systems is a testament to that, with me only feeling partly comfortable understanding the complexities of the weaponry loadouts, huge skill tree, perks, or my future in cyber enhancements, just to name a few. But that scale does come with some concerns, and while Cyberpunk 2077 didn't present me with any game-breaking bugs, the visual bugs were plentiful, although CD Projekt Red said that it's aware of them. I'm hesitant to suggest that they'll all be fixed by the time we all get our hands on the full game come December 10th, but with a game this ambitious and frighteningly huge, I'm in the mind to forgive a few unintentional quirks. This is one hell of a game, a neon-soaked seduction from the first second. I thought that was so well said and really something to note, because I know for a fact there's going to be some previews about the bugs and issues that this game has. Hopefully they're not too overwhelming, of course, and I think those 21 days of delay until December 10th have really possibly helped out with ironing out some of those issues. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Now let's talk about the map. Take a look at the map right here. Let me know what you make of it just by seeing it from this perspective. So you can see the city, and then basically to the east we have the Badlands, and then you know, some exterior areas where you can actually explore as well in more rural areas, I guess you would say. So there's been some concerns about the map size. Here's the post. It says, I know that people say it's small, but is it small compared to the biggest or most well-known game maps, or is it small compared to the level of growth we expect coming from brand new open world games every year? I need that clarification. Response was from Alta Vista's Good, who says, we probably won't know until launch, sadly. Another person here is saying there'll be layers underground, and what I've seen so far suggests there'll be plenty of indoor buildings to explore too. Yeah, so definitely that word layers is definitely going to be really used here to describe the map of Night City in particular, because it's going to be very much different in the way you think of open worlds. Now, if you compare it to like Assassin's Creed, which is very flat and very horizontal, it's going to be completely polar opposite in that Night City is going to be extremely vertical. The depth is going to be going up and of course down. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind with the size of the map for Night City. Now, also got to remember that they're going to be giving us DLC, which makes me extremely curious. They have not confirmed if they're going to expand the city or give us a new map, but they did say this DLC that's coming up is going to be the size of The Witcher 3. So that's very noteworthy right there. And honestly, I'm super hyped to get into the city and unlock its full potential because yes, some areas are going to be guarded off and you won't be able to access them until you get to certain missions, side activities, quests. So that's something also to really note there as well. Now, when can you start playing the game and downloading it if you have a Steam or GOG account? This is the supposed game release time on GOG/Steam. And you can see the times there. So keep that in mind right there. Now, it says it's not official, but it's based on the GOG countdown to release. I'm thinking some of this is preload stuff as well. But yeah, that could actually be when you could start downloading it and then transition into playing the game. So yeah, get hyped. It is fast approaching, everyone. We're almost in December, which means we're getting closer and closer. Now, this was a very interesting post here. Check this out. Got tons of upvotes on Reddit. This comes from for Ninja, who says this. Okay, all the horny boys on this need to chill. It says, Jesus Christ, it's like all I hear about is how much sex you're going to have and potential three-ways and blah, blah, blah. I hope you understand this is not a sex RPG. You do understand that, right? It's like the most anticipated thing. What about literally the whole point of the game? You know, that it's an action RPG set in a dark future where you get to upgrade your body. I'm not saying people can't look forward to whatever they want, but this sub is becoming like a sex fantasy speculation Reddit, and it's not really what I signed up for. Am I the only one in this boat? Let me know how you guys feel about that one. So yeah, we did get some information about the romance options in Cyberpunk 2077. It's going to be one part of the game. This is definitely not a romantic simulator for sure. But yeah, you could play it to where you really focus on building relationships if that's your thing. And yes, there's going to be sex workers, but they're also going to cost money. And there's going to be a reality to the economy in the game as well. So I think a lot of people are going to quickly learn that this is going to be, as you know, PC Gamer described, a simulator when it comes to the real type experience with the economy and so on and so forth. All right, now also mentioning romances, this was the question from Rain Per, who says, I doubt you'll see this and answer, but can we please get a male romance confirmed? We have 2 girls and your female gamers would like at least 1. And this was the response here from Miles Toss of CD Projekt Red. He says, we got him. So yeah, if you were curious about that one, there's your answer there. Now, here's a really cool tease from Philip Weber of CD Projekt Red. He says, you've seen nothing of that parade yet. Plenty to come. Winking smiley face. The music alone still gives me shivers. So there's something big related to this scene here in Cyberpunk 2077. I am extremely curious. I'm assuming it's going to be some sort of really epic story mission. So I am freaking hyped to find out what this is. Now, here's another really cool finding right here. Check this out right here. Rocket on the pad at the spaceport. This was posted by Alex Robinson. And if we zoom in here, he highlights, as you can see in the distance there, a rocket on the spaceport. Now, this is probably going to be tied to the company Orbital Air, perhaps, and that's their spaceport. Could we use the rocket? Could we somehow actually go up into space? There's been lots of speculation on that one. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to get you guys too hyped or anything like that, but it would be really cool if that actually happened because there are spaceports in the Cyberpunk 2077 universe. It's one way to escape the hellhole that is Earth. Oh, check this out. This is really cool. The new Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay trailer now has more views than the 48-minute gameplay demo from 2018, making it the most viewed video on the channel. That is absolutely mind-blowing. That trailer, has been out for years now, and to see this brand new trailer, which is barely old, surpass it that quickly shows the hype intensity for Cyberpunk 2077. Now, I thought this was also really cool. I had to share it with you all. You all may love Deus Ex because, you know, Cyberpunk and Deus Ex kind of go hand in hand. Check this out. Showing them some love right here. Cyberpunk 2077 responds to 60XX Turkey, and they say, we're huge Deus Ex fans. Everyone should be a huge Deus Ex fan. And the official Deus Ex account replied with some hearts right there. So that really got to me. I was like, wow, the love is real within, like, I would describe it, the Cyberpunk community. So that is awesome to see. Guess what time it is? You guessed it. It's time for top comments. So remember, if you want a chance to end up in the video, leave a comment down below. I love reading your comments, but let's do this. Digital Death says, well, with a leak, this will be the only channel I'll watch since you don't drop spoilers. Bravo 6, going dark. Roger that. Yeah, I will not be spoiling the story in this game. I'm going to be extremely careful with my coverage going forward with Cyberpunk 2077. Now, there's going to be things like weapon finds and, you know, finding the legendary equipment and whatever. I think I will definitely be covering that. I will have you guys up to date. Anything like relating to story spoilers, I won't discuss for sure. All right, we have Darth Lord Dudu who says, stealthy and slow pace is what I want the most out of this game. 100 plus hours, yes, please. Not even including the DLC. Wow. Yeah, I'm really impressed. And 388 upvotes. A lot of you are impressed with that one. Definitely. Pirate LV says, now that there are actual physical copies out, I highly doubt CD Projekt Red will delay the game again. The fan base would riot. I agree. I don't see a delay happening. I just can't imagine another delay with you know, people actually playing the game right now. Tim Howden says, if you get to box Mike Tyson, I hope Mario is the ref. I wouldn't even be surprised if that happened, you know. I remember Assassin's Creed 2. They have that "It's a me, a Mario" reference. I love that. So I wish they would have the balls to do that, you know, some sort of Mario reference. All right. Brody Jenkins says, man, it annoys me how people who already have it just can't keep it to themselves and ruin it for everyone else. You know, it reminds me of a time when I sat down in the movie theater. It was like 15 minutes away from the movie beginning. I was at the premiere, and then I checked my phone real quick, and huge, massive spoiler on my phone. I learned my lesson to really kind of go dark on social media when it comes to certain movies that I get hyped for, or games or stuff like that. So yeah, I get what you mean there. And again, there's going to be no spoilers on the channel, so don't worry. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned here for more Cyberpunk 2077 news updates. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time. Take care.